Yeah, I was waiting for something.
So I was telling the guy
Waiting
to
for
stuff all the
something.
meat he could in my mouth.
Wow.
Did you expect anything else?
Yeah.
I expected something of substance, okay?
Accurate.
No, you're not getting that here.
Welcome, everyone, to the second episode of Winter Never Left. Me and my wonderful idiots here are going to take you on a kooky and spooky journey tonight. I'm Steve, your DM, and I'm ready to party. Morgan?
Thank you, Daddy DM. I'm Morgan. I'm going to be playing the role of Jonas Forsteel, our cleric, who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing because he's a fucking teenager. Justin.
Well, way to introduce me.
Yeah.
I'm Justin. This is my first D&D campaign. I know all these people from the con scene, and yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing either. That's just because I've never done a campaign before. So you'll have to probably deal with me asking which dice I need to use. So.
And that's totally fine.
We will all jump at the opportunity to tell you what to do.
Thank you. I need that kind of structure in my life. So.
Right. Also, who's your character?
Yes.
Oh, my character is Wes Griffin.
Okay.
He is. Yeah, I'll just say that. Just go with that.
Point.
Half.
And I'm Alex. I am Sinowo, or Sinowo. She is our buffalo druid with a shotgun, and I love her.
I'm pretty sure I'm next.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Hell yeah. I'm Lewis. I am playing Soltin Pond, our halfling warlock, whose deity is his wife. It's a lot of fun.
My name's Mandii. I am playing Ylfa Wolfmoth, and I am the barbarian sorcerer of the party.
I'm Kat. I am playing Zephyr, and she is an Air Genasi sorcerer who lives for the chaos.
Chaos.
There is plenty
Chaos
to be
reigns.
had. There is
Chaos, right?
plenty of chaos to go around. Last time, you were all, well, except for Wes, who was not present. Justin, you were manning the cart the whole time. But the rest of the party was graced with an interesting meal and then snowball food fight
I don't know what
with
you're talking about. That meal was delicious.
Jonas ate the twigs and the pine cones.
And never let us forget about it.
Yeah, he would go right up to people's face and just crunch right into the pine cone like it was an apple.
These angsty teen vibes are here.
It had a nice minty taste.
This set was provided by a gang of Twinga. Tiny little
Twinga.
mischievous spirit creatures, as they later found out were elementals. And they met the queen of the Twinga, the Quinga, who was much bigger than the 6-inch tall little guys. The Quinga was the size of a child, about 3.5, 4 feet tall. After this interesting encounter, the Quinga decided to join them on their trip up to see Jerry. They found out that she also knew Jerry somehow. And as they all came back to the wagon and bedded down for the night to wait out the blizzard, the majority of the night went by uneventfully, but At some point in the night, during the third shift, Wes and Jonas, the two sitting watch, fresh after their long rests, heard a blood-chilling howl out into the distance. This is something that Jonas had never heard before, but Wes had. And he knows that it's something that he does not want to get any closer. The two immediately got down off of the wagon and started to prepare the horses as quietly as they could. Morgan and Justin, I'm going to need a stealth check from both of you.
Okay, which
Question.
dice is that?
Just a D20,
D20.
with your stealth bonus.
Yes.
Question. Do we have any type of inspiration, like a gamely inspiration, that type of thing, or no?
That's a hell of a time to ask that question, Morgan. No, you do
Yes,
not.
it is. Good, okay. Because I roll with disadvantage.
Do you have heavy
And I
armor?
only-
Oh my.
Yes, I do. I'm a cleric.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
We're fucked.
I got a 6. I got a
TPK, we're done.
16 plus 6.
So 22.
Okay.
All right. First one's a natural 20.
Don't worry, it only gets down
Your
from here.
hand's the 1.
Yep, it only goes downhill.
4
Total?
total.
Oh.
Fuck.
You know, I'm glad that we start off this with let's get all these good and bad rolls out of the way. Let's just do some classy shit.
Well, Jonas does make a bit of a racket getting down off of the wagon. So those of you in the wagon asleep, roll a perception check for me.
Perception's not
Don't
good.
worry, I'm dumb.
Perception's not good for me, though.
Oh,
Oh!
it was
30.
almost a nat 20.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20. Okay. That is rare for me.
That was so close.
Wake me
I
up.
saw the 20.
Wake
you
me
up
up
inside.
inside.
Okay,
I can't wake
so
up.
Sinowo, what did you roll?
13.
Okay, you're still asleep.
What
Soltin,
if my passive is
wake
still
up.
higher?
You're asleep.
Soltin.
Mine was a 9.
Okay, you're still asleep. Ylfa,
14.
what was that?
14.
14, you're still asleep. Zephyr, you wake up upon hearing something in the snow outside,
What's going on?
and then you hear crunching of footsteps as Jonas goes around the cart towards where the horses are covered up by the tarp.
I'm
Hey,
so stressed now.
Jelly Bean, what's going on? Going on.
I was told it was Wendigo, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Wendigos.
I'm just gonna slowly pull back into the cart, and can I start waking other food? Can I try waking everybody else up? Am I allowed to do that?
You can if you'd like.
Okay, well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Cinnabon, and I'm just gonna start. Hey, Cinnabon, shh.
Yeah,
Um,
are we there yet?
No. Apparently, we're dealing with Jelly Bean. Just told me that there might be some Wendigo. Yeah, I figured that'd wake you up real quick, so that's why I asked you first.
I'm awake.
Are you woke?
I'm woke.
So anything that you might be able to help them do, I'm
I
gonna
am-
get. I'm gonna get salt and pepper and waffles up.
I immediately cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. That affects everyone?
Yeah, it does.
Protecting you and your companions from detection for the duration of each creature you choose within 30 feet of you,
Okay.
including the horses.
Yeah. Yep.
What about the Twinkas?
And
Yeah, I was gonna say there are 12 of them that you've been able to count so far.
all of them.
Who the
Everyone.
fuck knows how many there are now?
What? They're not multiplying like rabbits.
Isn't there one like the size of a small child too?
They're like 6
Yeah.
inches tall. They're not small children. These are like action figures.
The queen is the size of a small child.
Yes.
The Twingo.
So you do notice that the Twinga wake up and start moving around as you do.
Or me?
Everybody.
Each of you. The ones on the roof started to rouse when Jonas and Wess got down off the front of the wagon, and then some of them inside started to get a little active once you two woke up.
Okay, well, remembering from last time, I'm gonna try and keep as chill and as quiet, since apparently they like to mimic. I'm gonna where was Queenie sleeping?
She is still sound asleep on the side up near the front of the wagon, but opposite the side that the little furnace is on.
So inside it.
Yeah, she's definitely inside the wagon.
Okay. I'm gonna go up, and I'm going to wake her up too, and because she seemed to understand this, I'm gonna say in Primordial, we need to go, but we have to stay quiet.
She just kind of shifts around a little bit, looking at some of the Twinga that are standing around and just kind of like staring back at her, and just nods her head silently.
Give the thumbs up, and I go and just kind of sit down, and I guess kind of keep an ear out.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like, kind of peek through and just like survey the forest line.
I don't know. I thought. Shit. Lewis, you and I had weapons of warning, didn't we?
Yes, but we're not being attacked.
I know, but it's like stuff within 30 feet of us.
If so, the weapon of warning benefit specifically reads, it warns you of danger while the weapon's on your person. You have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any companion within 30 feet of you cannot be surprised except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. It awakens you and your companions within range if any of you are sleeping naturally when combat begins. So it's only when we get ambushed if everyone's asleep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to make sure on that.
Yeah, no harm.
Okay. So you peer out into the darkness. You have dark vision, I believe, right?
I think I have to cast it.
Hmm.
I have dark vision.
I do.
I do not.
60 feet.
120.
Okay, I see everybody messaging about music. We are too far for me to start playing music now.
Steve, you should probably play some music.
Oh my god. You can listen to your own music. God damn. Yeah, Sinowo, you can't see much. You heard nothing. What Wes and Jonas heard, they know was pretty far away. So do with
Am I
that
still
as you
getting
will.
the horses ready at this point?
I think we are.
Yes, it does take you a few minutes. Especially since you're trying to be you're trying to do it quietly. I'm going to need you both to roll animal handling checks.
Ooh, I have
Is
a plus
that a
4 to that.
I should have hoped with
D22?
Woo! 18.
18.
that. Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
Yes, anytime you roll any sort of skill check, it's going to be a d20.
9.
Okay.
Oh no.
Luckily, you were helping Iron get up and ready, so he jerks you around a bit, but he's a professional, so you're okay. Jonas, you're fine with Hickory. Managed to get him up and ready, and within about 10 minutes, you have everything ready to go and things dug out. You were managing to stay very quiet, even with
that 4.
well, once the pass without trace was added, that 4 becomes a 14.
Yeah.
So you you managed to stay relatively quiet.
Okay, I actually rolled a 3. I have a +1 to stealth for some reason.
Take what you can get, man. Don't.
Yep.
Yeah,
Don't
you're fine.
question it.
You're fine.
Yep, we are perfectly fine. Nothing bad can happen to us.
What could go wrong?
Did you just jinx us? Did you just
Yes,
fucking
I did.
jinx us?
Damn it,
I
Jelly
will
Bean.
Knock on
murder
wood.
her.
Totally wasn't
How
intentional.
care.
I was knock on wood. There we
As
go.
you start to move the wagon, everyone that's awake hears it this time.
I think that's everyone now, except for the Twinga.
So I woke her up.
It's a horrifying noise.
Cool.
Oh,
Hate
yes.
that.
That's just nightmare fuel.
Yeah, we should go.
Wes and Sinowo, each of you having heard it before. You can, well, Sinowo, you heard it a long time before. But each of you would guesstimate that it's about a mile away. It is a mile away to the northeast. You are currently traveling to the northwest.
Go.
You're going. You're moving. You're putting along. Just
We are able to go out onto, the giant lake, which is a bit more west.
yeah. Unfortunately, that would take you away from where you need to go. From where you think you are, which, yeah, you got it. Hasn't been far since you guys last did a survival check to figure out where you were. Where you think you are, it's going to be about an hour and a half more movement northwest before you turn north and head straight to Jerry's. That trail is going to be, it's off-road and it's much closer quarters, so you have to move a bit slower through there, but you should be able to get the horses and the wagon through.
With those of us who have the winter boots, are we able to help in any way?
You'll be able to help lead the horses once you get in there, but out here on the road, it's not going to help you much. You've already started doing the prestidigitate to warm the wheels and the wind control.
Yep.
And whatever else you can to help expedite the journey forward. So who's driving? I should ask.
I don't have dark vision.
Mm-mm.
That'd be great.
Neither do
I can be driving. I have a 60-foot dark vision, so
I can drive.
Okay.
I'm good with animals, and I have dark vision up to 120 feet.
Question:
Wes and
oh yeah,
Ylfa.
way better than me.
Yes, Morgan.
Is it possible to cast silence centered on the cart so that it moves with the cart?
I don't believe it moves, but if there's anything in the rules about putting it on an object, then
There aren't
possibly.
in the ruling of the spell.
It's at a point within range.
Point chosen within range.
Yeah, so it wouldn't work like that,
Dang.
unfortunately. You'd have to be on something more substantial, like a ship or something like that, for that to work.
Damn it! I thought that would work.
It wouldn't.
Can,
unfortunately, it wouldn't work on just a wagon.
Can Ylfa talk to the Twinkas? No.
No one's been able to really talk to them yet. There has been a bit of communication with the Quinga, but she only seems to speak in single words and gestures.
Okay.
And no one's told her about the Wendigo yet.
I think she's still asleep.
No, I woke her up and I just told
Oh.
her that I didn't want to scare her, and I just told her that we're getting moving again, but we need to be quiet. And she
Well,
gave me the thumbs up that she understood that.
I do
Well, maybe
have
she
beast.
knows
I
something.
do have beast sense, so I was wondering if we could see the world through their eyes, or maybe, Alex, what's your character's name?
Sinowo.
Sinowo, you can summon more attack doges.
The only thing is that I'm keeping up Pass Without a Trace, and it's a concentration spell.
Okay.
Okay.
A lot of my spells are concentration
Um,
spells, unfortunately.
True. It is,
One
am I right?
one
Yeah.
I also
point
I also
though
pass without a trace.
that we need to make is Sinowo and Zephyr, and I guess Ylfa now too, and probably Soltin if he woke up as well. You did not finish your long rest.
Sultan wouldn't actually be awake. He would be in his bottle.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He
Soltin's
ends
just not
every-
there. There's a
You
bottle
just see-
sitting in the corner.
Yeah, if you find anything, you see the bottle he always carries on his hip, sitting on like a cushion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Sultan's not even here.
So
Yeah,
then
what's
what
he
would we
doing in
have?
that bottle?
For the last 6 hours,
bottle?
for the last 6 hours of his long rest, he uses his bottled respite, where he magically leaves the location he is, and he remains inside the vessel for up
Yeah.
to 6 hours.
So what happens when somebody gets really thirsty and they're like, "Oh, this bottle of alcohol here," and they pick it up and try to pour it into a cup? What happens?
Honestly, with that, I don't believe anybody else can open the vessel. Like, it's only openable by myself or the patron, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how the genies work.
Mm-hmm.
Discussion for another time. Yes.
What happened to the bottle?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Is there a way that we can like chill in the back and try to finish it?
You can finish it as long as nothing happens for the next
I can't.
few hours. It still would have been at least another couple of hours before you would have officially got the long rest.
Well, my little magic using ass is gonna tuck into the back and just zen out as much as I can.
Okay. Ylfa, if you're driving, you're unfortunately not going to be able to do that. But, you're barbarian, so rage can sustain you.
I don't
Just
have dark
stay
vision,
angry.
but I can try and drive. As long as I got somebody like.
So
I have dark vision.
Okay, you and I can probably do it because we're all rested up.
All right. Yeah, I'll drive. I have dark vision at least up to 60 feet, so that's something.
Yeah, and I've got some pretty bomb perception.
I mean,
staying
I'm
awake.
fine driving and staying awake. I don't have to replenish anything.
Okay.
I
I'd
might
still
get
rather
exhausted, but it's
Well-
fine.
Having three of you alert while
Okay.
Sinowo and Zephyr and Soltin continue to rest, would be beneficial because two of you could drive while we lose.
I'll probably let Justin and Ylfa drive. I'll hang out at the back and like literally just keep eyes closed, ears open, listening for anything different.
Well, here's the other thing, because I don't think I can go to sleep and keep up past without a trace.
Accurate.
I don't
You
think
can't.
so.
No.
So I
Concentration
have to
spell.
stay awake anyway.
Well, I also have passed without a trace. If you
Yeah.
needed some sleep.
Yeah, and that's only going to last so long anyway.
I think it's like an hour.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like you could easily swap off to Wes using that once you were done getting everything ready and moving along.
Yeah.
Okay. Okie dokie.
So after when the second howl happens, the Twinga that are kind of bouncing around in the cart and moving around immediately dive and disappear into the furs and blankets that line the inside of the wagon.
I'm just gonna open up my coat a little bit and have some of them like jump in. Just
Oh,
That's adorable.
The Quinga doesn't move much in reaction to it, but her hands kind of grip the blanket she's got. It is a very unsettling noise.
ooh, there's some lightning out there.
Yeah,
There is lightning. Our ambient
It's very,
sounds
very
tonight are
frightening.
provided by
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah, if it's
Nature
something-
herself. Don't sue us, nature. Gonna get-
It's a capitalistic society. I would.
Twitch is going to flag
wouldn't
us for
put it
using
past
nature
them.
sounds and it's actual thunder.
Again, I wouldn't.
oh
put
my
it past
god, what if they did? That would be hilarious.
That would be so funny.
them. Don't say it. Somebody actually will.
So you managed to go for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, nothing. And every moment seems to go by so slowly. Every shadow in the woods grabs your attention and makes you turn your head, and suddenly there's nothing there. You hear an owl off in the distance.
Hawk, not owl.
Not a hawk. You don't hear a hawk. You hear an owl.
That hawk's gonna die at some point.
I'm gonna find that bitch. I'll find it.
And after about 50 minutes of this, it starts to brighten up.
Oh, sunrise.
Yep. And that feeling like you're all being watched is subsiding.
Steve, I thought you froze.
No, I did not. I was pausing for dramatic effect. Just want to leave you hanging on the edge there.
The
No, illegal.
Patient.
Patient.
No, you didn't wait long enough. It's the anticipation.
The dramatic pause.
Patient.
At a certain point, you realize those of you that are driving, Wes and Ylfa. Jonas, we'll say you're in the back watching out behind the wagon.
I was keeping rear guard.
You're both kind of like, oh shit, we don't know where to turn.
Oh yeah, we don't.
Are we at a fork?
No, you're still on the road, from what you can tell. But I'm gonna need a survival check. The two of you driving up front, Wes and Ylfa.
Which way is north?
Damn it! I'm too far to give either of you guidance.
Ooh. 10?
10 and
22.
22. Okay.
There we go.
Plus 5.
Up here, the woods are much thicker and more dense and tightly packed than the southern area that you were just going through. And what you're looking for, you're not sure if there's a marker of some kind, but you're really just looking for the telltale signs of a path. You know, a slight dip in the snow of deer and smaller animals running through it. You know it's been snowing really hard, so it's unlikely that you're going to find any kind of tracks, but you do manage to find a gap in the trees that looks like it's big enough to fit the horses and the cart into. Or the wagon. Whether or not it's the right one, you're not sure. Jonas, as soon as the wagon starts slowing down, which this is probably like an hour and 20 minutes into riding, make a perception check for me, Jonas, as you're looking out the back, and you notice the snow is starting to lighten up a little bit, and you can see further.
Oh wow, 23.
Okay, so the lightening of the snow and the sun starting to crest over the horizon gives you a decent range of sight, especially opposed to what you were experiencing just an hour ago. And as you're looking back down the road, you swear you see something a couple thousand yards away, something standing in the road.
I already hate it.
Don't like that.
Nope.
Don't like that at all.
Get back.
I've just got that 1,000-yard stare, just trying to see what it is.
And right next to you, or like right in front of you, because you're just sitting at the back of the wagon looking out, right in front of you, 4 Twinga, all like one by one, pop their heads over the back to look out.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that, like, the Twinga was left behind. She's standing there in the road, like, where'd
No.
you go?
I will say, it's like, I've posted myself up, so it's like, shield, crossbow, me at the ready, just literally keep an eye.
Okay, so then they pop up from inside your shield, and you're like...
I'm not paying any attention to them. They are not my priority.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I know what this
Saving
is.
throw.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Lewis, stop smiling. You're scaring me.
I know exactly what this is.
8.
8.
Oh, no.
Not the cloak.
No, so you jerk your head
What
back.
happens, Daddy DM?
You jerk your head back and close your eyes for just a moment, blinking really hard, as one of the Twinga farts in your face.
Motherfucker!
And you look
I don't
out.
know what this was.
You look out into the distance, and the thing you saw standing there is gone now.
I don't like that.
Oh.
I don't like that at all.
Oh no. No, no,
A little different
no.
than what I thought it was, but similar.
Get back, get back.
And as you're trying to recall details of the creature you saw, all you can tell is it was bipedal, very tall, very skinny, and had antlers.
That's a Wendigo.
Sounds like
Oh, I was more along the lines of like a Leshen.
Mm.
Hey, can I do a call out? It's like that's what I kind of saw a ways back behind us. See if anybody knows what that is. Because I don't know what the fuck it is.
You just heard Wes go, that's a Wendigo.
Wendigo.
Yeah! Faster iron.
Beach?
Dude, I don't like that.
Hickory and iron.
Not today, Satan.
Satan, not today.
And as you're looking out there for it again, you hear a caw on the wind.
Is it a hawk?
That
Seems pretty far away.
That hawk?
Give me a perception check. See
Again?
what
Okay.
you can. Well, Ylfa and Wes as well,
Wes.
because you're all gonna hear it.
Oh, only a 17.
This is for what you can tell from hearing it.
19.
17.
Okay, you can all tell that it's coming from directly north, so it's ahead of you essentially, and you can hear that it's kind of strained, like it's being attacked or struggling somehow.
Good.
Mm.
Good. Good.
Oh,
It's the
something in me is
hawk
telling me we should check it out.
The Twinga got hungry.
Yeah, they did.
They're still inside.
Can you imagine the little bitty like bird legs they're cooking? Little chicken wings.
Little chicken feet.
Stop putting adorable images in my head. I can't handle this.
Wes,
Wearing the-
Jonas,
Little
Wearing the
face.
skull as a helmet.
Wes, Jonas, and Ylfa, are any of you trained in nature?
Yes.
No.
Wes, give me a
Intelligence
nature
thing.
check.
Okay.
No.
I'm not intelligent.
Period. A 9. I rolled a 6.
9.
9.
You're like, well, that sounds like a hawk. That's it.
So that sounds like a hawk.
Yeah.
We going after it because you want to kill a hawk?
Sinowo's not
think I'm-
awake yet.
I'm asleep.
Yeah, y'all got about 30 minutes left.
I'm just
those
hitting
of
the
you that
snooze button. Over
those of
and
you that
over.
are awake, are you gonna continue up the road, or are you gonna try to take this trail that Ylfa found?
Mm,
Sure, let's hit the trail.
something's.
Or what are you gonna do? You can go back and look for the Wendigo if you want.
No.
No.
You were looking for the Wendigo if you went.
You're the one with a shotgun.
I'm asleep.
Yeah. How is that going to help us?
And she's also got pocket chewingas.
Yeah, I got pocket chewingas. I got bodyguards, man.
Opens up trench coat. Want a chewinga?
I'm just picturing like those little fairy things
What are you,
from Hellboy.
boy? Kind of. Just not flying.
I just want.
So which path will you take?
Like, hi!
What are our options again? We're driving, right?
Yes, you're currently going up the road to the northwest.
Okay.
And you heard you know that at some point you're going to have to turn directly north to go up a trail to get to Jerry's. You also know that the hawk sound came from the north.
Is that towards the path that I seen or elsewhere?
Yes,
Probably.
it is the
think
path
we
that you
should
see.
take that small path over to the north. What do you guys think?
Yeah, probably.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. So this would be
If I drop, it's because I lost power. Rain's coming down.
yeah, at some point that
Yeah.
may happen. Anyone that happens to be watching us live, St. Louis is getting hit by a storm at the moment. So, if something catastrophic happens, Alex may be the only one left.
Oh no!
I might still be here.
Yeah, Mandy might still be here because she lives in the middle of nowhere.
The only true place for barbarians to live.
As the storm sorcerer of the group, I apologize. I got a little out of hand.
Do you, though?
Damn it, Zephyr.
Hell no, I
Are
don't
you sorry?
apologize.
Exactly.
Are you really sorry?
Just
Chaos reigns.
in a real
Inside
mood
check.
tonight.
Inside check.
Inside check.
I'm lying through my fucking teeth.
Okay, I rolled a 19.
I actually just rolled a natural 20 for that.
Wasting rolls.
Plus
Just
7.
wasting those 20s.
Yep,
Agreed.
Yep.
it's fine.
I don't know. It's funny to roll low. I love it.
So now is about the
should-
time. I'm sorry, go ahead, Mandy.
We should leave markers so we can find our way back to the path if needed.
Okay.
Good
Um,
idea.
yeah, now's about the time where you would do what you talked about earlier, which is jump out and kind of lead the horses into the path there, Wes. Use your
Okay.
use your boots to stay out in front, and you're still leading the stealthiness, so
All right. Do we
you got
still have
pass without
pass without a
trait.
trace? Or
yeah, that would
Is
still
that
be
good?
active.
Okay.
Or well, you would have
if
taken
we
up.
don't, I'm casting mine to take up Sinless.
Okay, yeah. So hers would have been going for a little bit into the drive, but you would have had to pick yours up. So yours would have ended by now because it only lasts an hour.
Okay.
So give me an animal handling check to lead the horses and try to get them into the path without catching the
Almost
wagon on
possible
any
for
of the
me to
tree
give him a hand
stuff.
with that.
Uh,
I'm awake and ready to go.
You can assist with
I
that, yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I rolled a 15.
I
Okay.
could help. I'm good with animals.
Justin, I'm giving you advantage. Roll again.
Wait, I get another roll?
Yeah, because I'm assistant.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Ylfa and
12.
Jonas are helping you. Okay, so 15. That's enough to get them in, kind of guide them directly into the path so that they don't clip the wagon on the trees. And it fits in smoothly, but you realize they have to pull pretty hard to get it through here. There seems to be a lot of underbrush and stuff underneath the snow that the wheels are having a rough time getting through.
I can help with that.
How would you like to help with that?
I will cut everything out of the way. I will shovel with my with my great axe.
Just walking forward.
It'll be fine.
This is fine. Everything is fine.
Okay. It is going to be impossible to be stealthy while doing that. Are you still going for stealth now that you no longer have pass without trace and are just trying to get somewhere as fast as you can?
I'll roll for stealth. I got a pretty high stealth.
Which way did I see the Wendigo go?
Okay. You didn't. It was there and then it wasn't.
Great.
You got gassed.
How was there forest on both sides?
No.
Well, the
So
lake's
like-
on one side.
The
and
lake's
then-
on the other side. There are some sparse trees between the road and the lake, but not enough to completely block line of sight.
I can make a safe assumption it probably went
But,
towards the trees and not.
I
towards the
mean,
lake.
With his body type, he could go stand up straight behind a tree and just stick his antlers in there, and you wouldn't even know.
Just wait until someone comes by, and then jump out and go, "Ooh!"
I
Yeah,
hate it. I hate it.
those aren't branches; they're claws.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
But it's safe to assume it probably went back into the woods and not out onto the lake. That's my assumption, at least.
Okay.
So probably still stealthy if we can. Do
So, those of you that are resting still, Soltin, Zephyr, and Sinowo, you awaken to a racket of the wagon just being yanked back and forth. Yeah,
Oh, the Soltin because he's
Are
still
we
in the
rested?
bottle.
it's a bit rough. Yes, you are rested. You do complete the long rest, but it is a rude awakening.
Basically, you just see the bottle pop the top off, Sultan just appear in front of you in like a mist, and inside the cart, and be like, "What's going on? What's with all the racket?"
And briefly inside the bottle, you can see Casey arranging more bottles on a shelf.
Yep. Casey, say hi.
Hi, Casey.
Who was that?
You just hear the bottle open, you just hear a, hi. Very subtly out of it.
I see the bottle, or I see you pop out, and for a split second I look over and go, Dad? Oh wait, never mind.
And speaking of Casey, I'm going to just rip this Band-Aid off right now. I have the art that Casey made that is Sultan's Eldritch Blast. Brace yourselves.
Oh yeah.
It's gorgeous.
So this fish is suspended in a little ball of water that shoots out from Sultan's hand, right? He just whips it out of his hand, yeah. And
Whips out this bubble of water, and there's the fish in it.
and there's that fish in it. That's what you see right before it explodes in your face.
I love it.
It's horrifying.
That's the last thing you see when you're alive.
Dude, I don't like that.
I love it.
He's fish.
Fish.
Yeah. Brings up some questions with Sultan from time to time.
No, it doesn't. It's impolite.
That's Sultan's response. It's perfect response to that question. It's impolite to ask someone about the appearance of their Eldritch Blasts, okay? That is a very personal and private matter.
She's unmarried. It's fine.
So as you stir, you notice that it is dawn. So it is a little brighter. The sun that would be hitting you is of course blocked by all the trees around you. And as you move through, you can hear and feel like the big branches that are weighed down from the pine trees being pushed by the wagon, and big chunks of snow falling onto the top of the wagon and then sliding off as it passes. And it is not a very peaceful morning to prepare your spells, but you manage nonetheless.
Don't we have coffee?
You
We
do
have
have
We have
coffee.
so much
Coffee.
coffee.
Who
Oh
the
my God,
fuck bought
nice.
coffee?
You do
Hold
have
on.
coffee.
Let me, pull
None
up.
of you are exhausted right now, but you could always
With
just
that,
drink coffee.
Sultan can use the bag of bounty to make breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
So I'm gonna make a
Break
roll for
face.
the bag of bounty. When using it, increase my but if I'm proficient with this, I add my proficiency bonus. Charisma saving throw or charisma throw.
Okay.
Ooh, it's not the greatest. Plus proficiency is 3 of 11. And then I also get a D4, I believe, from being. I get benefits from being Hospitality Guild.
Okay.
Whenever you make a village check and be with cook supplies, you add a D4. So let me roll a D4.
We're gonna have good breakfast.
I rolled a,
Yeah, I was gonna ask what you're making because.
Oh yeah, so a D4 3, total of 14, with the bag of bounty that pulls out a comfortable meal.
Uh-huh.
So think he's doing like breakfast pot pies. So
Oh.
basically,
Oh.
he's
Not
gonna
like
pull out
breakfast
what
burritos.
pot pies. He's a little more, I won't say southern, but he grew up with home cooking. So he's pulling out these like pastry shelled pies filled with eggs, grits, gravy, bacon, sausage in them. He's also pulling out like warm drinks. He's pulling out coffee for the morning. This produces again enough food and drink for 15 people, or up to six steeds. Otherwise, so he's pulling out like these simple looking mugs and plates of food and stuff, or these little pre-done pot pie things, and handing them out to everybody. He's gonna hand one to the Twinka.
Here's a
Not
pie.
exactly understanding whether or not
Here's a pie.
she knows exactly what it is or what it is, and otherwise he's going to also get her instead of coffee, he's gonna bring her out like a juice of some kind, like an orange apple, something a little simpler.
Hey, Soltin, you got any orange juice? I gotta brush my teeth here real soon.
Oh.
He hands you a glass that looks thick with pulp.
Thick with 2 C's.
Exactly.
You know,
And then
I think I'm good.
It's
He's
just
pulling out extra that he's just setting aside because he doesn't know what to do with all the extra.
it's a glass with 2 oranges that have been peeled, just one on top of the other, and he like mashed them down, and that's it.
He's got a muddler and he just goes.
There you go.
Orange juice. There you go.
Fresh squeeze.
Does anyone want apple juice? You can't squish that. That's the joke there. Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Steve.
Just making sure everyone got that.
Yep.
Okay, so when you hand the Twinka this pot pie, she doesn't know what to do with it at first, and then she just kind of like puts her finger over the top of it. Are these in like little tins?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
in little, like you can imagine, like little clay baking tins of sorts.
Okay, so she
Any of the tins and the materials are magical.
It's like
They'll disappear after things are
poking
done.
at the top of it, and then looks around at everyone else, and if people use utensils, she'll whip out a little fork that no one gave her. You have no idea where she got this fork. And
It's her fork, obviously.
she'll start poking at it and kind of peel it open a little bit. She's examining it. She's not eating it yet.
Was it in the pies? Or like what? Sausage, bacon,
Eggs, grits,
cheese.
bacon, and sausage, and gravy.
She brings it up to the front of her mask like she's trying to smell it, and she just keeps playing with it.
Or
She drinks whatever drink you give her through her little wooden straw up under the mask, but she just plays with the food.
I'm gonna kind of hold mine up a little bit, and in Primordial, I'm just gonna say, try it.
Might be vegetarian, maybe.
No,
'cause
she was cutting meat
had
off.
No, you
Yeah,
saw her
we're
eating
fine.
meat.
I lied. I was eating. No utensils, just straight up
and
Were
then
you eating the pie like a sandwich?
like
Sultan
sandwich.
would also hand one out
Like a
to like
croissant.
whoever's driving. He would. I'm assuming we have a way to communicate with them in the front. He'd hand out fresh ones.
Oh, thank you.
'Cause as would be expected, everyone gets a hot meal. So he puts everything away, packs his bag up.
Thank you.
Coffee.
Oh, there's coffee.
Zephyr is just guzzling that shit down. He lives for that crap.
Oh my god. This is why
So,
we're friends.
as you guys are eating breakfast, the wagon's still moving slowly, but still moving. Sinowo, you happen to glance outside and notice that you all are on a trail rather than the road now. And you're like, did we turn off in the right
we go.
direction?
Are we going the right way?
And then you hear a hawk caw up ahead of
And
you.
like PTSD.
And you hear the kill Bill. Whee!
Give me a perception check as you're looking out ahead of you.
Did I hear this
Same
too?
hawk.
Should I?
Yeah, you hear it again.
That perception,
Yeah.
26.
14.
Yeah. You see it. You see it's pretty far away, but you see about 20 feet up in a tree a hawk struggling against a mass of branches that look like they're tangled up around it. It's covered in snow as well.
I nudge Zephyr and I point. Do you recognize that son of a bitch?
Oh, that's the one I tried to turn into barbecue, but
It is that hawk.
If we save it, it'll owe us a life debt.
Now here's the thing. Do you want me to barbecue it, or do you want to make it our bitch?
Barbecue is only for bitches forever.
I think you got those mixed up, Morgan.
Bitches forever.
I prefer you not kill the animal.
After the bullshit it already pulled on us.
How far away is it?
How far away is it?
You see it, it's... At this point, it's probably about 100 feet away from you. 20 feet up in this tree.
It has to have now.
I say, Soltin's gonna come up next to Sinowo and be like, yeah, it's in range.
Oh, you bastard. Don't do it.
Oh,
Don't.
Uh,
It's struggling.
What would you like to do?
Fair.
Are you
this
gonna,
is my revenge.
What's
Are we
it
gonna
struggling
wait?
against,
are we
though?
gonna do anything with it? I mean,
I assume that they're all now talking about it up front.
We're all looking.
Yeah, you all hear Sinowo and Soltin muttering to each other. It sounds like
Yeah.
Sinowo really wants to kill something.
how far away is it?
100 feet.
and then 20 feet in the air. So oddly, the distance of
In a
Eldritch
tree.
Blast.
Reckon it's a good, decent target practice, but we could also potentially make it our bitch.
I
It-
think
it
it's
isn't-
better.
Look, if I can put in my 2 coppers here, I'm all for making it our bitch. 'Cause what Jellybean said is true. Bitches are forever.
Bitches are forever.
I think we should fight serves and not kill it.
Okay, here's the plan. We try to make it our bitch. If it rejects us, then we kill it. Second breakfast.
What about 11D?
Could do 11.
I should have seen that one coming. I don't know why I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we make this hawk our bitch?
Well, first of all, what's it doing?
It's, from our knowledge right now, it is stuck in the tree. There's a mass of branches that have caught it,
Yes.
and it is also covered in snow, meaning it might have been here for a while.
I'm assuming we're still just, as we're talking about this, we're getting closer and closer.
Yes.
I would assume.
You are. And you hear, as you all are kind of Scooby-Doo piled up at the front of the wagon looking out.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
You hear, like, it's for real, like the mystery machine I'm imagining. And you hear little Twinka in the back mutter something in Twinka gibberish. And then say bitch at the end of it.
Nice.
In common?
Yeah, in common.
That's awesome.
Oh, I love it.
What, Cinnabon, what have we done? The child is now swearing.
Wait. So as close as this bird is to us, is it currently moving?
Yes. It
Okay.
looks like every couple of seconds it tries again to... It's like that SNL skit with Mike Myers lassoed to the jungle gym thing. Every few seconds it just starts jumping, trying to struggle and get away. But it's caught up in this tangle of branches.
I don't have speak with animal prepared, but ooh, if I did, I'd have
Can
words.
I could mage hand it out of the tree. I don't think the thing weighs more than 5 pounds.
If we're close enough that it can hear me, I can speak with animals.
Yeah.
Well,
Just start yelling at it.
Hey,
Hey, bird,
remember
hey,
us.
bird, hey,
Hey,
bird.
bitch!
it looks quite panicked, but also quite exhausted by the time you roll up to it.
You want some food?
I see what you did there.
You pull
You
out a
want
fucking
to
pie.
Live.
I'm gonna ask it, how long have you been stuck here?
So you cast Speak with Animals, and everyone hears Ylfa caw at it.
Soltin's just gonna stop, look at her, and then just slowly turn away.
Sure, this is normal.
I mean, mug of this fucking bird.
The words that you understand from him speaking to you kind of come in little bits, because he is still panicked. But it sounds like he says he's been stuck since the blizzard started.
Poor guy.
If I help you, do you promise not to run away before I can ask you some questions? We'll fly away.
Sultan puts his hand up.
Instead
Are
of
you
your
killing
way-
it?
No.
Hold on, she's talking to it.
He says, "If you get me out of here, I will give you whatever. I will tell you whatever you want."
Ooh.
And he has to be our bitch.
I do not translate that.
You have to be our friend,
Bitch.
bitch.
Everyone just around us in a slow chant.
You have to be our friend,
Louder.
bitch.
Bitch.
I'm
Bitch.
Bitch.
Bitch. Bitch.
I'm gonna move closer and attempt to free him from the branches. And
He's 20 feet into the air.
Yeah, 20
I
feet in
won't
the
climb
air.
a fucking tree.
Okay.
Do you want me to just start mage handing
Whoa.
fucking branches off so it can get away? Or do you want to go up there and grab the motherfucker?
Well,
Better
it's an
for me
interesting
to be as
climb
close as possible.
because the pine tree that he's stuck in, all the branches have accumulated a hell of a lot of snow, so every single branch is weighed down. And
Who's the loudest person here? Not you, Casey.
Not you, Casey.
we can hear it.
This is true. She might be.
I mean, anyone that has, if anybody has thaumaturgy, absolutely, or
That's-
thunderwave, or thunderclap.
I was
If
gonna say,
some-
I have Thunderwave.
The tree.
Oh, you
Well-
said punch it?
Basically, what I'm trying to say is all the branches have been weighed down, so you'd have to dig to even get into the trunk.
I mean,
To-
I could just start chopping off the branches.
Yeah, if you want to start whacking away at it,
Oh, I love the
Just-
idea that you're going to lumberjack this tree down with
just
the bird in it.
start.
I was thinking about it.
Don't worry, we'll get you down.
Let's get the cat out of the tree
imagine this
by
bird
knocking
is
the
like,
tree down.
Cold. Big cold.
It's a
I'm
Oh,
very
it's falling the wrong way.
barbarian-
Lean the other way.
I also like imagine this bird is like weighted down, so like the moment snow goes up, it's just gonna fling the fucking.
God, it's flies off of like a mile.
It will be okay. It will be okay.
And then I'll be pissed because it got away.
I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, if it's less than 5 pounds, just fucking, with fucking mage hand his ass out of the tree.
You could start using Mage Hand to dig the snow out from around it.
That seems like a lazy use when I could just grab the fucking bird.
Well,
It's a hawk. It's a hawk, yeah?
generating enough pull to get it untangled is going to be an issue.
I can break into. I guess we'll just deal with it. Fuck it. I'm gonna.
So if you're climbing, it's going to be a disadvantage no matter what you try to do to the fucking tree. If you want to
shoot a bolt at it, like at the branch.
Oh, that's
and have
dangerous.
and have it fall.
You can't really see the branch because there's so much snow over it.
So, can I again? I'm gonna. Sultan's gonna walk over to Ylfa and just go. You know, I could cast Thaumaturgy, and you could just shout the snow off. And he
I
just kind
could
of looks
try
at
that. Do we want to be that loud? Do we want to be that loud? I don't know if that.
No. Probably being super loud is a bad idea.
Explodes. Poof.
Avalanche.
So, I will say this as a general statement. Sultan has no idea about this event that happened overnight. He just woke up bouncing along a trail.
Oh, we're trying to stay semi-quiet.
What for?
Oh,
You
yeah,
were-
it's Wendigo's out
nowhere.
there.
What?
Yeah. Wendigos.
What?
When it goes.
Something really fucking dangerous.
A Winnebago?
Your head off.
Winnebago.
Well, that looks like a
You know,
Winnebago.
Yes, as well.
So are we?
I'm
and
gonna
then
try the
If I see Bill Pullman show up, I'm leaving.
Sultan is now very, very much looking more paranoid.
Disadvantage, right?
Welcome to the club.
Yes, it'll be disadvantage on the
Guidance.
athletics check to climb.
Guidance.
You do get guidance.
Guidance.
Our barbarian.
Girl Scout cookies. I want Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, they're so good.
Sharing is
I got a
caring.
16.
I'm down to my last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Plus the D4.
That was with the D4.
That was fucking rude.
Remember,
You
I
know it.
rolled
Slower.
disadvantage.
Slower.
Okay, so you do it. You manage to get up to it, but everyone watching it looks fucking hilarious, and you're trying so hard not to laugh. Like every foot she gets up, she just gets a big just ball of snow in her face. It like you keep hearing her like
I like.
the pine needles poking her.
It's going to be okay.
The bird starts laughing.
It's gonna be a.
Yeah,
The birds start laughing.
yeah.
As the
I'm almost there.
As the Twinkas are just chanting, bitch, 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 bitch.
When you get up to the bird, and you're like hanging by these branches, and you're kind of pulling like all of it around you down a little bit more, and the bird's just within arm's reach, you can finally grab some of the little brambles that have accumulated and start pulling at them. You see a Twingo walk out from
they can
inside
do
the
that.
tree and just kind of start tugging at the little branches that are making up this patch here on the tree. And I'm gonna need you to do, God, I'm gonna need you to make a strength check to try to yank this out while you're holding on. It'll just be a regular strength check.
Okay. This might not be too terrible. 16? I got a
Okay.
13 plus my 3 modifier for strength.
Okay, so holding on, and you got your legs up as far as you can to get whatever kind of leverage you can get. You grab as much of this it's like a bush on the side of this damn tree. You grab as much of it as you can and yank it out, and
Yes, grab the bush.
you feel it kind of recoil
I hate that.
as you pull it. The hawk immediately jolts free. The Twinka goes flying over your head off the tree. And just poof, right into the snow on the top of the wagon behind you. The hawk jumps out and kind of flutters and fails to stay in the air and just kind of crashes into the tree on the opposite side of the trail, and then gets down onto the ground just to kind of get his bearings. And you can feel, as you've got this thorny, viney branch in your hand, it's moving, and it immediately starts trying to wrap up your hand. I'm going to need you to roll initiative.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh,
Well, I'm going to share it before
No.
the break, but I have a thing to bring up here in a second.
18.
Okay, 18. You're going first. From what you can tell, well, you are currently grappling this thing with one hand. You can just let go of it and whip your hand out if you want.
Whip your hand out and forth.
No,
No,
Uh,
that didn't work.
that's the single ladies.
that's gonna be my best option because considering I'm still up high, I want to get down. Right?
I mean, you could jump, get the lot of
Yeah,
snow, you
just
catch your fall.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't think it's going to hold on to the fucking fall.
Just try to
I
yank
can
it out of the
pull it down
tree.
with me.
Grab it.
Or,
You're going down. You're taking it with you.
Grab it
Then
and
it's like
pull.
skeet shooting. Throw it into the air.
Actually, I am going to cast the Burning Hand.
Oh.
Bitch, you want to wrap around me? I'm hot as fuck, yo.
Alright, they need to make a dex save, whatever it is.
Okay. What's your DC?
14?
Failed.
Oh yeah. They're gonna take 3d6 fire damage.
Nice.
So those of you on the ground can see Ylfa. She yanks her hand back, freeing the bird and flinging the Twingo away, and then her hand gets pulled back into the tree. And then she does something with her hands, and suddenly the inside of the tree just...
That's 15 fire damage.
Okay.
You could have just chopped the damn thing down.
I can't act while I'm still mid-air.
You can see fire kind of spill out the other side of the tree, and all that snow just turns into mist. And the vine that was grasping your hand just breaks off, and you fall.
It's fine. I'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's
Just-
rage
you
on your
missed
way
the
down.
bird. The
Ruby.
bird already fell. I don't understand all the whole fire.
Yeah,
word.
she didn't have to burn the tree down. She could have just chopped it down a little faster.
You should probably rage as you fall.
I am angry.
Yeah, we found the bird.
Yeah, it is still your turn, so you can do...
Bonus action rage.
okay.
No, it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
I don't know how high up was.
So yeah,
20 feet.
20 feet in the air.
Yeah.
She does that, gets her hand back in there, and then brings both her hands together, and everyone sees fire, and the snow just completely vaporize around the tree, and then she falls backwards, screaming in rage, and then right into the snow.
Because I think she's trying to do something, I cast Thaumaturgy when she yells.
Didn't we say we were trying to be kind of quiet?
Yeah, but
fine.
he's still totally on the idea that she's trying to knock the snow off this tree. Why else would she use burning hands?
So
This makes
as you
entire logical sense.
hit the snow, with the reduction from raging, you're going to take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Um,
Come on.
and so you just kind of fall flat on your back for a moment and feel the snow around your hands immediately melt, like you pulled your hands out of a like you just got out of a hot tub and stuck your hands in snow almost.
Oh
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it feels
Oh,
like
I don't like that.
on your
I don't like
hands.
that.
Dude, I
Hate
don't like
that.
that.
So your sleeves are a
That's
little
my
wet. Yeah, that's the end of combat because you just fucking annihilated most of that tree.
Inside.
It is not on fire. Luckily, there was enough snow to immediately snuff out the fire. The snow from higher up just fell onto it and immediately put it out. So there's no lasting fire, but it is steaming like crazy.
Is it like steam or is it like smoke?
It's steaming. It's the melted snow steaming up off of it.
Bird,
And-
don't
Waddle up
you
to this
leave.
fucking bird.
You promised to answer questions, and I killed that thing for you.
Also, I'm gonna grab this bird by its feet. So I'm gonna put like
You
one finger between its talons,
Make-
one grabbing on one set, then the other set is grabbing
Make a
on, so then it's
dexterity
like-
check.
Guidance.
Bird.
Just
Flick
hear
it
me
in the
yelling.
head.
You just
To
hear
try
me
and
yelling
grab this hawk.
you hear me
Alright.
yelling from the
Alrighty.
cart. Make him your bitch, Cinnabon.
Dexterity or animal handling?
Okay, animal handling. We'll say animal
Bitch.
handling.
Guidance.
Bitch. Bitch.
Bitch.
19.
What did you say?
19.
19. No, 19.
No,
You
bitch.
you creep up on it, like
Chicken.
trying to be friendly, and then as soon as you get close enough, like you're going to touch it, you can tell that it is relatively comfortable with people, and you don't present a threatening presence
Yet.
until you flip it over and grab it by the claws or whatever you do.
Grab it. And I tuck its wings so it can't attack me with
You-
its talons.
Yep,
you
it
football
struggles
carrying
at,
it right
at
now?
first, and then you manage to get it under your arm like a chicken.
I
That
climb
was you,
out of the
bitch.
snow.
And Ylfa, you hear it in its hawk language go, "Oh my god, are you gonna eat me?"
No!
Yes.
Finn, what are you doing?
This was the bitch that kept attacking us.
Well, his master was.
Well, really,
Damn.
he only attacked your conjured
attacked the
wolf.
wolf.
Your conjured wolf.
Those conjured wolves are family.
That you can bring back whenever you want.
Yeah.
Old Lefty
Family
will live
and
to fight another day.
He attacked them, and I took that personally.
I promised him he'd come to no harm.
So what do you want to know?
Now, why did you do that?
Because I have questions for you. And I really don't want you to kill this bird.
What you
unnecessarily.
want? No.
Who's your master?
Dead. I'm pretty sure we killed him.
He is. Didn't we?
The druid.
him?
Yeah,
I think he was the one I melted.
he says the druid Hofstad. He's dead now.
Okay. What are you doing out here?
I was looking for food. But then the blizzard hit, and I took refuge in that tree. And that didn't turn out well.
Ask him who
Why
the
did
druid
you
was.
attack? Why did you attack the wolf spirit?
It was attacking my friend.
Ask him who the druid was.
The druid was Hafstead.
And who was he affiliated with? Just calling him this.
Yeah,
fucking hawk.
it has no idea. It has no idea what you
It's a
mean by
hawk.
that.
Okay. Was
It's your
Halstead
master's master.
involved with thieves that we encountered, the bandits on the road, or someone else entirely?
We hunt.
You live out here. Is there no one else that Halstead communicated with?
There were the others. They're all dead too, except for the ones you let go.
I thought the druid wasn't a part of the bandits.
They were.
They were.
Oh. This
Yes.
hawk's our bitch now.
I think we could feed you if you wanted to stay with us.
Food would be great.
It'd be better than dying to tree monsters or whatever that was.
Well, food?
Food.
Yes,
Food.
food.
If you're our bitch. And by bitch, I mean that in a slightly endearing term. Ish.
She
Endearing and demeaning at the same time.
A little bit both.
What are you gonna name it? Barbecue now?
No, the Colonel. Like Colonel Sanders.
11 herbs and spices. Oh my god. I imagine hawk meat isn't as good as chicken.
Well, is it crispy or extra crispy? Original recipe?
Ooh, original recipe, always.
I like extra crispy, man. That's the way to go.
Dry brined, double dredged,
No.
rested for an hour.
Stop it.
The perfect chicken. The perfect hawk wing.
Hawk wing.
So bad for the
You're an asshole.
I don't know. I'm the culinary guy here.
So,
Cooking
once
hawk.
you mention food, that's all he wants to talk about.
Okay. What is your
mind.
name?
Rally.
Raleigh? Well, my friend here would like to call you Colonel. She says she wants you to be her friend. I'm not quite sure I understand what she means by that. Do you mind going by that name for friend?
He like looks up at Sinowo and then looks back at you. Colonel Rally it is.
Colonel Raleigh.
Okay.
Sin?
Is she druid? He looks up
Yes.
he looks up at Sinowo.
Yes.
And he looks down at her her like herb pouch and he's like, she smells like Hofstede.
Aw. Don't make me like this fucking
This fucking bird.
Don't make me like this fucking bird. I
We've melted his
swear.
best friend.
I loved it. This is
Like I
turned
said,
from,
that was my bad.
from KFC into like your little hawk buddy who sits on your shoulder as your buffalo person. It's like
Yeah.
Yes.
We
What
already
if you-
know that it's just like the moment I'm like, oh no, I love him. I'm like, none of them can die. I already
know?
got it.
You
I
know?
already here.
Imagine this.
I got all the 12 Twinkas.
So imagine this. You give Colonel Raleigh a gun.
Oh, no.
Give him a gun.
A hawk with a gun.
A hawk with a gun.
Oh my god. It would be like, what was it? Red Hawk?
Red Wing.
Red Wing?
Yep.
Shit.
Alright.
Now you just have to learn how to fly.
It's
I'll see.
Soltin. Do we have anything we can offer our new friend? Food-wise.
Sultan runs back to the cart and pulls out a cooled off pie.
There's probably some meat.
When
in
you
there.
get back in the cart, you see the Quinga has completely killed her little pot pie. It's
Nice.
gone.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
He
I
looks
was
at her.
concerned.
And
He just looks at her.
I'm just sitting next to her like doing this.
Zephyr, you got to see her skin when she was eating. She never lifted her mask very high, but you could see just underneath it. Her skin looks very close to your natural skin. Hers is a bit darker, but definitely blue.
Would I have any ideas going through my head as to what she actually is?
No. She doesn't smell like another Air Ganassi, though.
What about
Whatever
Genasi?
that feeling you get when you're around another Air Ganassi.
The Genasi tingle.
You're pretty sure she's not fire or earth, and the water
She's too-
Genassis
She's
are...
too dry to be water.
Yeah.
She's
You're not
not
sure how a
sweaty.
water Genasi would
Not
handle an Arctic environment.
Nah, not well. Well, actually, I'm looking. Okay, thinking about Critical Role. Jester got her cold resistance from her dad, I think.
Yeah, they are used to deep undersea cold, but
Yeah.
tundra freezing above
That's fair.
water cold is a whole nother ballgame.
That is
I
fair.
want an ice genasi. That'd be so fucking cool.
Yeah.
No, I thought there was
Could
no such
be.
thing as a nice Genasi.
Not yet.
They're all
Unfortunately.
dicks.
Not yet.
There's no nice Genasi. They're all dicks.
No, ice genasi.
Nah.
How dare you?
All right, so I'm going to need another survival check as you guys are going along this trail. It is getting kind of
I'll
hairy,
work on that.
so it's going to be a little more difficult to navigate.
Guidance.
Oh yeah. I've got
That was not good.
a dirty
12.
20.
21.
Okay.
7.
Okay.
12.
Sinowo, you are not confident with where you are. You know that
I'm too distracted by the stupid bird.
Yes, you are distracted by the bird.
Picking
Colonel
up pieces of-
Rally.
picking up
You're
pieces
making
of
Colonel
plastic,
Rally your new friend.
feeding it to him.
As you've had a chance to feed him a little bit and hang out with him, it looks like one of his wings is sprained, so it doesn't look like he's going to be flying too far anytime soon.
I can use healing hand.
Keep your spells for right now, because we're not
I
out
have
the
healing that doesn't
wood.
use spells.
I mean, it's fine.
Well, I'm gonna lean over to. I'm gonna lean. Is your speak with animals still going? Okay, I'm gonna lean over to Waffles and be like, can you tell them that sorry about melting your old owner?
This one says sorry about melting your friend.
Chicken.
So, at a certain point, you notice going forward that you are in the right spot, Sinowo. Because the trees have become massive. Certain trees here, it's starting to look like a redwood forest. Some of these trees are a dozen feet or more across. And you see the trail start to widen up as such, and it becomes much easier to move and much easier to see further past the trees. And as you move forward through this area, you don't see or hear anything out of place until you spot a little trickle of smoke ahead of you above the tree line. And within about 5 to 10 minutes of seeing that smoke, you come across this tree that is like the king of the forest, obviously. It is a solid 30 feet to 40 feet wide,
Oh shit.
this trunk. And the base of it is even bigger. And as you approach, you can see that built into the base of this tree is a log cabin. Those of you with really high passive perceptions can hear this, these animal noises ahead of you, and can see some activity in the snow just in front of the cabin. And the activity doesn't stop as you approach, and those of you up on the front of the wagon can see soon it is 3 Arctic foxes playing and wrestling around in the snow.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
And that's where we're going to take a break.
Yay!
You're pretty sure you've just arrived at Jerry's cabin.
Perfect.
Fucking hawk.
Yeah,
He's
you
gonna be
have
your
you
best
have a
friend
hawk
now.
named
Yeah,
Colonel.
it's gonna be like a
Colonel
redemption
Rally.
story. It's gonna become like
The MVP.
Rally.
Yeah.
He's cute.
Colonel
So
Rally with a
something-
gun.
Steve, something that was in my mind the entire time we were dealing with this hawk was it was a Wendigo holding the hawk, making hawk noises. And she was going to climb up there. It was going to grab her and knock her off the fucking tree and then start the combat.
It was going to be
That-
the Wendigo. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That'd be
Because that
some...
would've been-
All right.
I don't want to do that. We're going to
Take
break.
care of the
We'll
neighbor's
see you
cat.
all in
Rather
20
than
minutes.
alcohol.
Bye. Hi,
That is why
everyone. We're
you should
back.
never put the sausage in that place ever again.
I mean, okay, that's a fair point.
Okay,
Oh, it's a black kitty.
moving right along. That is not a cat. That is darkness incarnate.
It is void. It is a cute void.
There's some shadow that keeps just completely...
Undulating.
I was going to say completely devouring Mandy's hands. Oh, and then a pupper. Oh, God.
Oh!
That'll derail me. Animals.
Does everyone like just grabs a pen?
No,
Baron, come here.
Mine's in my bedroom.
Oh,
Holy
here's
shame.
Baron. Here's Baron. My friend gave me this and actually drew on a little goatee like Baron has.
I love that so much.
Good point.
So, before the break, you all successfully managed to evade, as far as you know, the Wendigo. After hurriedly, hastily, words, things,
Good word.
stuff. After hastily getting the horses and the wagon ready to go, managing to keep the Twinga from freaking out too much, you pushed off into the night, and in the early morning, as the blizzard finally started to break and the snow started to lighten up, you all heard another one of those chilling howls behind you. And Jonas, sometime after that, saw something standing out in the middle of the road behind you. Which was when you all decided to get the hell off the road and take a trail that Ylfa had spotted toward where you thought Jerry's house might be. The bumpy ride through the trail woke everyone up, and suddenly everyone was made aware of the presence of a hawk nearby, which triggered some people. It straight triggered some people.
Wonder who that was.
And then finding the hawk, Ylfa got up into the tree, yanked him out, and then set fire to the tree, killing some kind of vine creature within it. A tangela. She killed a tangela in the tree. It was just trying to give her a hug.
Let me love you.
No.
I don't do that.
To the tree.
You're not sure what it was, and you didn't decide to stop and investigate. So, upon freeing the hawk, you found out his name was Rally. You granted him the title Colonel, and decided that it was best to keep him around for a little while rather than just kill him right then and there.
Bitch.
Pushing further along the trail, you came to the point where the trees started to get just comically large. Insane proportions, signifying that you were getting close to Glacius, which things are giant-sized there. And shortly after that, when the ground and underbrush started to spread out a little bit to allow easier movement for you and the wagon, you spotted a cabin built into the base of the biggest tree that most of you have ever seen in your lives. Just in front of that cabin, in a kind of bowl pressed down into the snow, are 3 Arctic foxes, all wrestling and having a good time as you approach. They all stop for a moment and stand at attention as the horses walk up and come to a stop. And as soon as you all stop and look at them, they look back at you. One of them immediately jumps on the other 2 and they start wrestling again.
Nice.
Distraction.
And you're pretty sure after a good, 30 seconds of watching this, yeah, they're not paying attention to you anymore.
Dude, I could watch this all day. In fact, I will.
The front of the cabin, you can see a covered porch, all made out of wood, seemingly from the same wood as the tree itself. Just behind the tree, you're kind of looking at it from an angle, you can see there's a pond on the other side, going right up to the back of the tree. And
it's not frozen?
It is frozen. Yeah. You can see that it is flat surface for a little while back there, enough to tell that it is some kind of pond or something back there. One window that you can see on the front of the cabin is emitting light. And you can peer in there and see that there's someone in there. You see one figure moving around.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of hop out of the cart, the vehicle. I'm just gonna kind of start making my way up to the cabin.
Make my way.
I'm just gonna make him walking fast.
Soltin will stick his head out of where the flaps are covered over and goes, "Are we there yet?" Start looking around.
We'll get there when we get there.
And you do see it, yeah. Then you notice that smoke is coming from a little covered chimney that is poking out of a part of the cabin that is poking out the side that you're closest to. Looking at it from the front, it'd be on the right side.
Oh, that looks cozy.
And it's just a nice, steady little puff of smoke, like a campfire is going, or a little hearth is going in there.
Also, I'm gonna
Campfire. I'm speaking of
aware.
Valheim terms. There's a campfire in the building. They built a chimney around it.
Also, I'm just gonna kind of be very aware of where I'm stepping,
Sure.
just in case there's any alarms or traps or anything. And I'm just gonna kind of do a little whistle, just be like, "Hey, Uncle Jerry, we're here. Come here. Come on out. Come here, Uncle Jerry. Let's go. You got visitors."
Where are you doing this from? Are you back at the cart?
Or are you off the side of the cart?
I'm in front of the horses.
Okay.
I'm the first person.
You're still a good 20 feet away from the front door at this point. And when you whistle out, y'all are kind of peering through the front window of the house. It's not very big, so you can kind of see the outline of somebody in there, but it's small, so you can tell they're pretty far back in the cabin.
Also, shotgun is put away.
Yeah, you see it. You do see a reaction when you whistle, though, and then the shadow grows until you see the outline of the figure in that window, kind of peering out. And then it moves over towards the door, and it's a double door on the front of the house. You see one of them creak and crack open, and you see the head of this man, seemingly mid to late 60s, with a beard yay long, gray, and a large fuzzy hat on that he did not have when he was peering out the window. But you see him kind of poke his head out.
Been a while. It's been a while.
And you can see like his face is like he's calculating something, like he's looking over all of you that have got out of the wagon at this point. He's just kind of like stunned. Well, you're sure an interesting lot. I know you, right? And he points directly at Sinowo. You're oh, damn it. What's your name? Sino.
I yell out really quick, Cinnabon!
Not my
Cinnabon.
name.
That's not it. Okay, well, he opens the door a bit and he comes out on. Well, he kind of like motions you all forward. I never forget a face and I never forget a pair of horns, but I forget names all the time. Cinna something.
Yep. Just
Cinnabon sounds delicious but wrong.
it's closed, but no cigar.
And as soon as he opens the door and steps out into the doorway, kind of like 1 foot outside of it, the 3 foxes stop playing and one by one in a train dash up the stairs onto the deck past him. He jumps down like a hockey goalie trying to stop them, but fails to stop all 3 of them as they run past him into the house.
Good. They're obviously the
Ah,
outdoor pets,
damn
not
it.
the indoor
Oh
pets.
God, yes.
And you see him looking inside, off to the left, and he's like, "Oh, not on the. Well, come on in." And he closes the door, but kind of leaves it cracked open for you. And shortly after this interaction, you see the Twinga finally get out of the wagon, and some of the other Twinga get out as well.
Now I'm gonna warn y'all. Jerry can be a little eccentric at times, so nice and easy.
Have you seen some of the people who walk into the? Well, I guess maybe you might not have. I've
Yeah.
seen some weird people walk into our lodge.
Dude, I had a guy tell me he buried his beer so far up my ass.
And that's not the half of it. So
And he
Soltin,
did, and it was awesome.
Soltin hops off the wagon about probably waist high into snow
Yep.
and proceeds to start like hopping, moving, and he goes, "Last one in."
It's like you're trying to walk on the bottom of a pool.
Yes.
You have to push yourself forward.
And as he's doing, he's like moving and everything in front of him. A warm cabin in the middle of the frozen fuck off north.
And like fucking Legolas, you see the Twinga walk on the top of the snow alongside you.
The fuck?
Teach me your ways. And again, as he's just like trudging through snow, very desperately trying to get to
One
this
of the Twingas
walk
next
out.
to you is like going through the snow like a dolphin and like jumping up out and crashing back into it.
As he's watching this, that's pretty neat.
Once you get to the stairs,
God.
or once you get to the packed area of snow that the foxes were playing on, you're fine. You can easily kind of climb up onto that out of the fresher snow and stand on that just fine. And you all go up to the front doors and open them. I have to pause for dramatic effect while I switch Roll20 around. We're gonna switch to that. Haha! Yay! So, you are immediately greeted with a warmth that you all have not felt since leaving the Elkarth Lodge.
Oh, thank God.
There is a massive fur rug at your feet, just inside the door, to help you get some of the snow off.
When Soltin walks in, he prestidigitates the snow off before he actually comes into the house.
Okay.
Show off.
It's polite.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
What
I
do
go
you
straight to
do
fireplace.
with the horses?
I'm just
see
gonna
if there's
tie
a-
him up.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be helping with that. Seeing there's like a spot, it's like there's somewhere good to do this.
I'm assuming there's like a round back, like a little shaded area for him.
Yeah, you've apparently been here before.
Yes, there are plenty
I
of
have.
trees nearby that you can
Do you know where we can do this?
tie them up to. Amidst these large trees are some smaller ones, most of
Broken
which
branches that
died.
have fallen.
Yeah, most of which died during when the winter started, but they're still kind of there. For the most part, you can definitely tie them up near one of those.
I would tie him up to where, if I had look out the window, I could see him, kind of like monitor
Okay,
him and everything.
sure.
Also, throw blankets over them,
Yeah.
settle them down.
Yeah. The window that you were all peering through was right here. So you all can secure them and the cart or the wagon over on the side there while you all go inside. And once you're inside, it's surprising. Sinowo, you've been here before, so you're not surprised by any of this. But the rest of you, upon hearing, about Jerry, and those of you that have heard stories, he's the crazy old hermit, and he shouldn't be listened to. Some people have said he's dangerous. This place is surprisingly pristine. It's a mess, sure, but everything here looks new and well kept. Nothing looks dirty. Other than the snow that the foxes just tracked in, everything here looks really nice and welcoming. As your sense of smell is kind of coming back after being numbed by the cold, you're greeted by pine, leather, and a simmering stew that you all can kind of hear coming from his kitchen just beyond the hearth.
Well, this is just a.
And you see over on the other side of that front room there, the foxes all stooging it up on the couch and the
Oh.
chairs.
Mhm.
And go ahead.
I would like to go there.
Okay.
Dog
You-
pile.
I was just gonna say Jerry does go back to the kitchen, so you are all kind of left to take a moment in the front room.
Is this couch?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the couch.
Dog pile.
Hey, what's that Twinga Quinga doing? Because I still haven't gone in yet.
She kind of hangs around outside for just a little bit, and then
That kind of like
she's really just
Has
making
them-
sure that all the Twinga get inside. Some of them still play with the horses for a little bit. Some of them are bouncing around, checking out the inside of the tree, seemingly. But once the majority of them are inside, she comes in as well. And she goes over to this side where the chairs and the couch are.
before I go in, I want to take a really good look around.
Jerry goes back to the kitchen.
I would probably
Alright.
be following Jerry into the kitchen.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Guidance.
You're outside the house.
No, I
Yeah,
haven't gone
he's-
in yet.
He's looking around the outside of the house.
Isn't guidance touch?
Yeah.
He's doing it on himself. Yeah.
He's
Oh, okay.
touching it. He's touching himself.
Yeah, he's touching himself.
What's new?
Oh, yes.
Not in the house.
Ooh.
That's
27.
right.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
So you don't see really anything of concern around you. You check around the side of the house that you approached from, and you can see that there is a dock stretching out from the back of the cabin over that pond. On the other side of the house, there are some doors that you think go into some kind of cellar. You do spot some small wildlife nearby, some rabbits and smaller birds, but nothing that concerns you.
No feasible signs of any larger game or predators like
Yeah,
even potential
you don't.
tracks
Yeah, you don't
or
find anything.
cloth and trunks.
Yeah, you don't find any like downed trees or wrecked things. Everything here looks like it's been pretty peaceful for a while. You were satisfied that there's not anything to worry about other than
There's
the
not
shit
an
you're
immediate
already
threat.
Yeah, other than the shit you were already worried about.
Yeah.
So Jerry is at the stove tending to a large pot that is steaming, simmering in front of him, and the smell is delightful in there. When Sinowo, when you walk into the threshold there of the kitchen, he looks back at you, one eye kind of cocked open, takes his hat off. You can see his bald head. He's got like a shaggy Picard thing going on. Kind of tousled gray hair, horseshoe baldness. Sinowo. I knew I'd remember it.
There you go. Long time no see, friend.
So, what brings a wonderful furbolg like yourself up here?
We're kind of on a mission.
From God.
From God!
You're going to have to be more specific. I know several gods.
Don't we all?
Personally,
Personally. No, we were sent up north to kind of find out what truly happened a few years back, but also there's a woman out here that has been causing some trouble. Or at least one that was closer to town.
Huh. Well,
Also,
I can tell you about a woman who's been giving me trouble.
Heyo.
hey, you got 99 problems, but a bench ain't one.
Well, this bitch, she sure is one. He sets the lifts up the lid off the table nearby and sets it over the pot to kind of leave it half closed, and does this motion with his hands like he's turning a dial, and you see the flame inside the oven go down, like he's literally using magic to turn down the oven. And he steps away for a moment. He's like, yeah, well, I'm not saying that they're related or anything, but an ice hag has moved in.
You're joking.
Well, I joke a lot about a lot of things, but no.
Did she move in close by?
She's in the area. She's luckily on the other side of the other side of the channel.
Hags in your area.
But I feel like she's up to
Ew.
something lately. The Yeti are increasingly more tricksy these days.
And you're
I
also
bet that
aware
bitch Sharon has something to do with it.
Sharon.
Yeah, her name is Sharon Rhyme Rattle.
Rhyme rattle?
Yeah, Rime Rattle.
Oh, so not like Dr. Seuss. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I wrote rhyme like it's rhyming time.
No, rhyme as in frost.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm going to leave it like that. I'm leaving it like rhyme because I wrote it in ink and I know. No. It's
Okay.
forever
Too
now.
late. Too late.
Late.
We've gone
Okay.
too late. We can't go back now.
Yep.
Jonas would scratch some shit out in his journal.
Jonas would.
Yeah.
I won't.
And he says
This was an
he
expensive
goes
journal.
over to this cupboard over here and pulls out a wooden tray and sits it down and starts pulling out all these bowls and mugs and just kind of fills it up. You can see that he's pulling out enough for everybody. I wasn't expecting to have so much company, but there's plenty of stew to go around. I was cooking for the week, and
I do appreciate it. And we also have some rations we are willing to share in compensation.
oh no, I do fine for myself.
I also
Me and the
have a juicy
roommates,
hog.
we get by with what we got.
Now, is Sharon the ice hag that you were just talking about?
Yes. And it's spelled Sharon, Cherin.
Nope, I spelled it like
I know.
Sharon.
No.
Sharon.
Too late.
It's Charon. It's pronounced Charon.
Sharon.
Charon.
Oh, wait, it's the chair.
Charon, you
The
bitch.
chair is the big
The
bad.
chair!
The chair.
That bitch Charon.
Somewhere Matt Mercer was doing this.
Just had a chill go up his spine a little bit.
What?
Marisha comes in. Are you okay?
No.
So he brings the tray full of bowls and mugs over and kind of sets it on that prep table right there. And then goes back out to the front where he can kind of see everyone and just kind of pokes his head out. So, weary travelers,
Oh God! Looking to enter the forest, eh?
Many have entered,
Return? No return!
never return.
No.
Because this bitch Sharon keeps on eating.
who's hungry? And all of you, just having eaten your breakfast pot pies, are probably not even close to hungry yet.
I'm hungry.
And
A little bit.
I can and will eat almost
he
everything. I will
spots.
eat this house.
You see him spot a couple of the Twinga at first, and he's just like, "Oh my is," and he steps out further, looking over Soltin, over to the other side of the room there, where the Twinga is, and he quickly reaches over and grabs his hat off of the. He grabs his hat off of the counter just so that he has something to flourish as he goes, "It is wonderful to see you again, Your Majesty." And he bows to her.
Are you familiar with our
And-
new compatriot?
She bounces up in her chair and waves back at him.
Aw.
And he says, yes, I am. I have been friends with the Queen, for, oh wow. Time works funny. 8 years now? Yes. And he looks over at her. 8 years? And she's just...
Time is irrelevant.
Time is a construct.
Oh my god.
That's why you can't heal it. Time is a construct. Constructs can't use healing spells.
Well,
No.
either way. The stew is ready, and I am going to get some because I am very hungry. And don't mind Mo, Larry, and Curly. They're friendly. They won't bite.
Malaria?
Mo, Larry,
Larry,
and Curly.
Like the Three
Mo,
Stooges.
Larry, and Curly. I was like,
Yes, you did see them stooging it up.
oh
God
my god.
damn it.
Heard it.
They are as chaotic and mischievous as the Twinga. And you can already see the Twinga like playing a prank war with one of them.
Oh no.
They're
Love
poking
it.
each other in the eyes.
Yeah.
Good.
Top quality.
Where they like pull on one of them's tail, and then it like jumps and turns around, and they disappear. And then he finds another one and just like rolls over onto it, just smashes into the ground.
Love it.
And within a few moments, he has a massive bowl of stew and a mug of coffee over at this table, setting it down. And even though you all had just eaten, it looks pretty fucking good. Jonas, you having experience, you can recognize at least 4 different kinds of vegetables and a hefty amount of meat. Smells like...
I'm kind of impressed he's able to grow vegetables in this weather, depending if he does grow them or not.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Greenhouse.
You're not sure.
Just like fresh veg in this economy.
There are a lot of mushrooms in the stew that you see.
If he's got a basement, those will grow in there.
And
Yeah, there's a cellar.
yeah, he said there's a kettle on in the kitchen if any of you want tea. You can help yourselves. So you're all up here for what again? You're trying to figure out...
We're trying to figure out why it's eternally cold in this hellscape.
Well, I feel like that's pretty obvious.
How is it obvious?
Well, the people of Lancaster suck. They pissed off the wrong woman, and she cursed them.
Yes, and we know that you are also one of the last people to have seen him.
Oh, well, I did, yes. That was, 20 years ago. It was shortly after I met HR.
Are you calling HR on us? Is this happening?
I met the whole department. Every Linda that worked in HR, I met them.
Oh, God.
You get to the
Every
supervisor, Susan.
Get me Linda. Which one? All of them. No, HR, my roommate.
Where are they?
HR? Oh, she likes hunting, so I haven't seen her since I woke up. She's probably out there looking for rabbits or something.
Do I know HR?
No.
Oh my god.
You've never heard this name before, but oh my god, they are roommates.
Oh my god.
She comes and goes.
I I bet she does, Jerry.
Over the course of
does.
Oh, it's nothing like that. I found her within an inch of her life 20 years ago, and she doesn't really care for the people of Lancaster any more than I do, so she tends to stick to herself, and I gave her a room to stay in whenever she wants to, get in out of the cold.
You met her 20 years ago also? And she was within an inch of her life.
Yeah.
Is this the same woman?
What woman?
Who's causing all this?
Oh, no. There's no way she's the Frost Queen.
Never say never.
Well, she is human. So unless she... I don't know. She would have to do a lot behind my back to pull one over like that on me. I don't think that's the case. There's no way. So you're looking for the Frost Queen, then, are you?
I believe so. We're trying to find out the truth of what happened, why there is a curse and forever snow. And also, there was a woman that, attacked one of the, a good person, essentially, in town. Like, an actual decent person. Not one of the regulars, not one of the dumbasses. Like, an actual, okay person. And so we're trying to track them down. There's a lot. Oh, also, Jerry, please be careful, because the Wendigo is out and about. And we already crossed paths. Well,
it's good that you made it here, and now that you are here, I think you're safe. The Wendigo, I've seen it twice, and it's never gotten anywhere close to my cabin, and I'm pretty sure I live smack dab in the middle of its hunting grounds.
I'm gonna check on the horses.
Yeah, I'm gonna help out with that.
But I'm telling you, it's never been anywhere within a mile of here.
Well, how far from the main road is his cabin?
You guys had to go for almost 2 hours.
Okay.
Through that rough trail.
Okay.
Only the last 30 minutes of it being in the big tree area. Jerry, he says, well, the Wendigo... I've prayed to the Wild Mother many times for answers about this creature, but I only seem to get more questions.
It doesn't be a
it doesn't seem to be natural. This is what you were about to say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be natural. But it does have patterns. It seems to abhor civilization, so I think that's why it hasn't attacked any of the cabins out in the woods yet. And it hasn't gone anywhere near town either.
Is there only one, or are there more than one?
If there were more than one, I imagine that the ecosystem would be suffering more than it has been.
Okay.
But
How long ago did you first see it?
oh, I first saw it shortly after the winter started. It wasn't long after that I saw it for the first time. Luckily it didn't see me. It was stalking a boar. And I thought it was a buck at first, but the way it moved was strange and unnatural. It walked on all fours and then stood up on its hind legs.
Question.
Inside
How big are these hunting grounds?
Well,
About how far out would you say if we're about, you were saying we're about the middle, about, I don't know, radius-wise?
I don't know. I was gonna say, I've gone long periods of time without hearing it, so that would lead me to believe that either it roams to places outside these woods, or it hibernates every few years.
Then why
No,
is
because
it
I was
acting
thinking it's like,
special?
hey, what killed that bear and that buck?
That's right.
Oh yeah, we found
Is it possibly that killed them?
it was a polar bear and a full-grown elk buck, just
Yeah.
completely gutted.
Well, that sounds like the Wendigo.
Okay, so its hunting grounds are pretty far out then.
We didn't really get to examine what was
Fuck, I'm picking up your
taken
accent,
from the
sorry.
corpses. There were a pack of dire wolves that were hungry, and we didn't want to interrupt their dinner.
Probably smart. It's weird. I've been watching as closely as I can, and studying the patterns. It seems to, while the kills are absolutely horrifying, it seems that it only kills so often. And usually it kills in areas that other animals frequent, like it's leaving the carcasses for them. It's so strange.
That's strange.
So it kills, obviously doesn't really devour anything itself, but sort of seems to leave it behind.
Oh, it definitely
like-
eats. I've seen it.
Oh,
But it never seems to eat the whole thing.
Well, I
do
mean,
you
there are
think
a
it's
lot of
trying to
wild
bring
animals. That,
balance?
I don't know. The second
I
time
can
I saw it, I
imagine.
actually had to... It was actually an actual confrontation. And let me tell you, that thing is no joke up close.
I can imagine.
How did you get away?
Well, it almost had me. But when
this guy who looked astonishingly like Rami Malek showed up.
I summoned a couple of bears and they held it back while I got away. I completely expected it to follow me, but it didn't for some reason. I can tell that it tore apart the bears I summoned, though. They did not last long.
Ooh.
That's troubling.
When it howled, you could feel it assaulting your mind. And every time you got close, you could feel this immense pain radiating out from it. It itself is in great pain.
Like physical pain, or like it's just seeing its own puppy get devoured by a hawk and right in front of it.
That's very descriptive.
I'm just saying,
Well,
when you've been in the
Do we need to delve deeper into that? Because that is very specific.
when you've been in the circus, you
Inside
see
check.
when you've been in the circus, you see a lot of shit.
9.
I'm telling the fucking truth. Look, I didn't mean to be that descriptive. All I'm saying is, one, I traveled with a circus for a while, and you see things go wrong. Very, very wrong.
well,
And two, well, like I said, was it that kind of emotional pain or physical pain, or maybe even both?
well, to answer your question, both. I could feel a great deal of sadness. But it also felt like every nerve in its body was dialed up to 11. Every bit of pain it felt tenfold, and thus everything around it felt that pain.
And you said you didn't start noticing this thing until right after this whole 20-year winter bullshit started up.
Yeah, it was shortly after the winter started that I first heard it, and then saw the result of one of its kills.
Now, are these that you know of? Is this particular creature, like, I don't know, linked somehow to some alternate plane? I mean, like, you know, here you have some creatures that are somehow linked to the Feywild. You have some creatures that are linked to just.
But I feel like those creatures would still be more from nature.
The
This
sense I
doesn't
got
feel
was
like that.
undead.
Oh well, that's a whole different.
That's a whole different ball game.
That's a horse of a different color.
I doubt I've ever heard anything about a Wendigo, but can I get a sense of kind of what they are or no?
Well, you got the basic physical description from what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
The legends that you've heard, give me a history check.
History. This is a straight roll. 9.
Okay.
Probably not a lot.
Yeah, what you've heard is pretty much ghost stories of it showing up, killing people in the night, just completely ripping travelers apart along the road. Yeah, you just know that it is a fucking killing machine. That's what you know it as.
You're aware of. Does them showing up usually, or let me reword that. Sorry. Is their appearance ever preceded by some sort of, I don't know, traumatic event,
Well,
catastrophic event?
Well, I mean, a never-ending winter is pretty catastrophic. But actually, come to think of it, and he looks over at Twinkas. The longest time I went without ever seeing or hearing the Wendigo was for the 4 years leading up to when I met her. And she kind of stands up and walks off into the open doorway, just on the other side of you guys, through this open doorway over here. And she goes into this room back here, which y'all can't really see that, but Jerry's like, oh, well, the restroom's back there. She knows that.
I'm gonna get up and follow after her.
Into the bathroom?
Girl talk.
Don't you know how girls work?
Go stand over at the bathroom door.
Yeah, hold on I'm writing this shit down here.
Okay. Jerry says, well, I don't want to tell you her story. It's hers to tell. But she wasn't always the queen of the Twinkas. When I met her before she met the Twinkas.
And how long has she been queen?
Well, part of the reason she doesn't live with me anymore is because the Twinkas just kind of showed up one day and she made friends with them. I knew that it was probably not the best idea to let her play with them, but they had fun, and she's just a kid. She needed friends. So I let her play with them, and next thing I knew, she made herself a mask, and now she's the queen.
They are awfully cute. And I just like open up my jacket to show like there's like 4 Twinkas like in my jacket. Still. Just
That they are. That they are.
Okay. I want to does she
Thank you
have
for
the
the
door
follow,
closed by
Newscaller.
chance?
What?
Does Queenie have the doors closed?
Yes, the door
closed
is
to that room?
closed. And you
Um,
hear the sounds of splashing water, just like light splashing, like someone's dipping their hands into a basin of water.
Okay. I'm gonna knock on the door really quick and again in Primordial just ask if she's okay.
You hear a pretty simple response in the Twinga gibberish again. And the last word in Primordial you hear is moment.
Okay, well, okay, Highness, I'll let you have a moment. We'll be back in the kitchen when you're ready. And I'll walk
She
away.
with Dinah.
Jerry says, it's an odd timeline of events. 20 years ago, Erwin was driven out of Lake Lancaster and the never-ending winter started.
why did it start?
I don't know. While she was here, Erwin told me that she was convinced Mayor Crumbolt was behind her husband's death. That it wasn't an accident while they were out hunting.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Me neither.
Same here as I walk back into the room.
Well, HR confirmed to me that it wasn't an accident.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
We can promise-
pretty much exactly what you were thinking.
We can promise you with the utmost confidence that it was not an accident.
It was not an accident.
Please don't
I
sue
swear.
us.
You all look like you don't believe me. I swear it wasn't an accident.
We have to talk to HR about this.
Yes.
Talk to HR, I swear. Linda can tell you. It wasn't an accident.
HR.
He says, HR was part of that hunting party. They did kill Erwin's husband and left HR for dead.
And is that when you found her?
Yeah. Shortly after. She's a tough one. She had been going for about another, I think she said it was a day and a half, but she was kind of delirious at the time, so I
I have a question.
yes.
Does HR wear anything out of the normal? Such as wolf skin?
Wolfskin. Like a cloak?
A wolf
I
head?
mean, maybe.
Like an actual wolf mantle, like that would make her look like she had. It would almost make her look like a humanoid wolf.
Is HR her
Huh.
actual name?
I'm
Or
assuming
is it-
not, but that's all I've ever known her as.
Do you So
I'm
you
wondering.
know.
Well, she bundles up when she goes out hunting. I don't know which of my clothes she took with her this time.
Wait, she takes your clothes?
Well, yeah.
And you don't own any sort of weird cape with a wolf's head, right?
I do. I have several. And he actually gets up kind of excited and goes around the table off to kind of where Zephyr is standing next to the bathroom, and he digs into this chest just under the stairs there, and starts pulling out these fur pieces, various headwear, like raccoon hats and all kinds of stuff. And he's kind of digging through for a moment. He's like, "Oh well, the wolf headdress is not here, so she might be wearing it." Wait,
So
are you
I have
saying?
a question.
Look,
What are you saying?
well, first off, I'm not trying to insinuate anything in specific, but what we saw was this woman who was running away after shooting a random patron at the at the lodge where we were all staying.
Not random.
Well, you know what I mean. She this
It was Ortesha.
thank you, or yeah, thank you. Was that she was a half orc, right?
Yes.
So it was a half orc woman. Her name was Ortesha, and for some reason, there was some sort of kerfuffle, and we go upstairs and we find out, and we can see that the poor woman's been shot through with a crossbow bolt. And a few of us went running after this thing, and as we were running away, Cinnabon's dire wolves were able to pick up that one, the smell was human, and two, smelled oil and leather on her. And she
Just
had
like
on
here.
and she had on a wolf mantle. And like I said, Ortesha is a sweetheart of a lady, at least as far as we know.
Unless she was part of hunting party.
Can I look at Jerry? Is he like... Does he look okay? Like...
He looks disappointed.
So he doesn't look super, super pale?
Well, he does look pale, but it's just Jerry.
Like, from what I remember him, he looks like he's still alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a few years older, but yeah.
Okay. What about the foxes? Are the foxes all?
Yes, they look vibrant and healthy.
Cool. Cool.
They have kind of settled
Dope,
down
dope,
now
dope.
at this point.
Look, I'm not
Jerry
trying to
looks
upset, I'm not trying
disappointed,
to upset you, but
and he says, "Well, it's something she's been struggling with for 20 years, but looks like she's finally trying to get revenge."
revenge.
That has me a little concerned.
Look, Jerry, if you can tell us revenge for what?
Well, like I told you, she was left for dead.
If HR is who I think it is, their real name is Ventra. And she's also a necromancer. That's what Ortesha told us. Or at least told me. I forgot who else was in the room with us.
People lie.
She might be thinking of someone else or lying about that. I've never seen HR do any kind of necromancy. I've taught her a few spells. When I met her, she had no magic ability.
Or did you say Ventra or Ventra?
Ventra, Ventra,
TRA.
I think.
Yes. I don't know anyone by that name.
I think we must speak to this HR.
I
We
need to speak to her
HR.
too. I thought I had her convinced to let that go.
Well, what would she be seeking revenge for if you know?
They left her. They left her
They
for dead.
tried to kill her.
They probably betrayed
And
her
they're probably
and
the
the
reason why she can't go back to Lancaster.
Orticia told us that she was the one that warned Erin. Erin? Wait, not Erin. What's her name?
Erwin?
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 Eric?
Erwin?
Erwin.
Erwin.
Yeah. She what?
That Venture was the one that warned her.
No,
To
I don't know
essentially-
anything about that. Erwin has been dealing with her own troubles. You know why she was in Lancaster in the first place, right?
We do not.
The war with the Frost Giants. They have been laying waste to Glacius. Many, many refugees have come south. And lately the reports of activity at the border are not good.
I thought we knew some ice giants that had like a truce. Didn't? Hold on. I'm on.
Ice told you that things were in kind of a standstill, but skirmishes were still happening. But Ice also said that he hadn't been there in a pretty long time.
Okay.
Jerry says, I know that Erwin and many of the refugees from Glacius set up a settlement at the border. I haven't heard any word from them in a few months now.
I have a slightly different question. I don't know if you'd know the answer to this, but I am kind of curious. Why was Erwin's husband done in on purpose? And if it's the reason that I'm thinking of, I am going to...
Well, from what I gather, Mayor Crumbolt's just a piece of shit.
Well, we have considered having a re-election by force.
Well, the only way you're gonna get...
I was gonna say re-election by requirement, and I'm just gonna, again, kind of briefly summon a firebolt in my hand.
Well, the only way you're gonna get the people to choose someone they can respect is to get his sister to finally take some real responsibility.
I'm totally using my lamplight as an effect.
I love it. I love it.
He says,
Well, like I said, it's can't be mayor if he's being roasted.
Can't be mayor.
I mean,
if
it's
he
pretty
lives
easy to
in
roast
the hole.
somebody. Look at that. Look at his haircut. Boy, what is that?
What?
well,
Roast.
he also can't be mayor if you all solve this problem
Also
and
can't be mad
prove
that it's
that
hotel.
it was his fault to begin with.
I believe it was.
There's not a shadow beyond a doubt in my mind that he's the one responsible. We just got to figure out what these damn puzzle pieces are.
We need proof to show the people.
Then again, knowing how damn backwards that whole town is, they'd probably look at what he did and be like, oh, well, that seems reasonable to me. That
Oh, yeah, they
seems
do that.
perfectly reasonable to me.
Yeah,
no.
exactly like that. They do that.
Pretty much.
They do that.
And if that's the case, then I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to move out the few cool people that are there and just burn the entire damn town down.
No, that's fine.
Well, that would be something.
As
There
long
are
as we
some
get-
nice people there.
Like
yeah,
I said,
so
I
as
get
long
the
as we
cool
get
people.
the
I get the
mean
cool
out,
people.
that'd be great. I like that.
Yeah, there's some nice people. I get them out first. Tell them what I'm gonna do so that they're in and that they can get out safe and sound and nice and quiet. And then the rest of the town, well, you just let me bring my stormy ass self, and I'm gonna kind of go into like a angry mini
Okay,
like
let's not get ahead of ourselves.
avatar
Mass
form a
murder is
little bit.
not nice.
Sure. Yeah. Total
I will-
daydream
I will-
for Zephyr.
I will say this: Air Genasi can be they can be volatile in their moods, so you're kind of seeing that little bit of a preview of her volatile nature coming out when she does that.
Shortly after that, you hear the bathroom door open again.
HR comes out.
What you see come out is not the Twinga.
Wendigo.
It is a definitely on the short side, but preteen girl with some blue skin that looks cold. It looks like a cold blue with these light grayish blue dots under her eyes, making a similar pattern to what was on her mask. But she's not wearing any of the furs anymore, and she's just wearing this simple black shirt, the white skirt, and she just quietly walks past everyone to the kitchen.
Don't stare. It's rude to stare.
She, without a word, I mean, everyone's kind of stunned. You hear Jerry slurping his stew. She goes into the kitchen, comes out with a bowl of the stew in her hands, and looks at all of you and says, "My name is Aster." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
What?
Oh. You can talk this entire time?
I hate cliffhanger.
At
Well,
least
get
I have a
ready.
way
It's
to
going to
go.
be every session. Because as soon as we hit 10 o'clock, I'm looking for the first possible cliffhanger moment. And I'm going to... I totally spaced and forgot to load this up, but I'm going to share a picture of what she looks like. Made with HeroForge, of course, because I have no artistic skills.
What is
Tell me
What
about
was her name? What did
Aster.
that?
Aster.
Aster.
Definitely after she says that I dropped my bowl of soup on the ground.
rude?
Ah!
That is so appropriate.
That was perfectly timed.
That was beautiful.
I dropped my soup on the ground. Dun,
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 dun.
dun.
I'm glad we can hear the now too.
It is way
Same.
better.
As she's saying that,
Oh.
one of the foxes comes up and starts getting up. It gets up on its hind legs, like sniffing at the bowl.
Food.
Oopie skin.
So, by the sound of her voice and the looks of her face, you'd guess she's about 14, 15 years old.
Can I tell what she is?
Illegal is what she is.
Illegal.
Why does it make it weird?
It's the
Give me
I was
a...
thinking that too.
Give me an Arcana check.
You're both weird.
Arcana? Okay, that's fairly decent for me.
She's definitely the witch's
Oh,
daughter.
damn! Hell yeah! That's a 23.
She is a winter Eldrin.
I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
Fuck even is that? Who knows?
An
Eldrin are the
Eldrin is like
super
a-
fancy elves, and they are all... Most of them align with a season. She is a winter Eldrin. You know that Ice told you that Erwin was a winter Eldrin.
Daughter.
Dun,
Is this her
dun,
freaking
dun!
Is this her
Yeah.
freaking daughter?
we're gonna end the stream tonight, you guys. We're not sure when we're gonna pick it up again, because next weekend is Easter weekend and people got family stuff to do. But we will definitely pick up again in April. Because I can't wait to I can't wait to continue this. It's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait. I'm gonna leave you guys hanging for so long.
Oh my god!
Perfect.
I'll do my best to forget everything that happened.
Oh yeah, it'll be great.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll once again share Soltin's Eldritch Blast for everybody. The
hell
horror that is the Casey Fish
Dude, I
monster.
don't like that.
I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Now
I
imagine
don't like it.
imagine getting attacked by that and it's swimming at you at high speeds and it opens its
No!
mouth right before it hits
Yeah,
you.
it's coming at you at like 400 feet per second. Like
Okay.
it's,
I already have thalassophobia. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life.
Hell yeah. We are best friends.
well,
Mm.
good night everyone, and thank you for watching.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.